Previously on Four Season Backpacking.
Who's there? Come out wherever you are. Stop messing around. I'm not scared. Who's out there? Who is it? Who is it? Oh, my zip won't open. What is that noise? Is that a strange noise? My zip won't open. Go away. Who is it?
Hello folks and welcome to Four Season Backpacking. Please subscribe for the latest outdoor adventure videos.
Morning folks. I don't know what that all that noise was last night. But it was scaring the hell out of me. It did sort of stop, and then I went to sleep sort of at early hours in the morning, and I've not heard it since. I'm just boiling some water on the Hexie stove. Managed to get my lighter working. I realised that the reason why it wasn't working, it's a metal jet lighter. Obviously the cold this time of year in winter is stopping the fuel from working, so I just warmed it up in my sleeping bag, and I've got one of the fuel cubes I like, luckily, and I'm just going to have a pot noodle and clean out the pot, then make a coffee to put in the pot noodle pot. So this is the coffee I'm having. I'm having a Lyons 100% fresh ground coffee in a bag. It's like tea bags, but coffee in a bag instead. As you can see, when it's windy, the problem with the Hexie stove is it's the flames are all over the place. I've got a MSR windbreak up to help the situation, but it's still, as you can see, it's getting quite close to my tent. I've put it far enough away from the tent. It's safe. Well, I hope anyway. It's like looks like I got a fire going anyway with the Hexie stove. I didn't need to collect some wood last night. Yeah, you always want to put the Hexie stove a nice distance from your tent if it's windy, and I do recommend some kind of windshield. Without the windshield it would be impossible to use here, unless you like had a little ditch in the ground, like dug a hole in the ground, which obviously you can't really do because this is someone's land, and that is highly not recommended. Yeah, windshield is the way to go. So, morning folks. Morning again. Got all the tent down as you saw. Sun rises in about 5 minutes, I think. So on the way back down the hill, going back the same way I came from. Actually, I think it might be the best route, the quickest route. So I've only just realised I've got to catch my bus, and my ticket runs out at 11:50, and it's now 9:56. So I don't want to have to buy another ticket. It's quite a muddy track actually. It's concrete, sort of like tarmac road. It's right by all the farms, so yeah, it's caked in mud, this road. I don't know if it is a pass actually. There seems to be a gated road going down the other way, so restricted access I think. So I don't think you can go. I don't think it is a pass. Maybe it used to be a pass. Look at all that shit, folks. Actually doesn't smell. I kind of live in the countryside anyway, so you kind of get used to the smells of the countryside. Don't really notice it. It's like cow poo, sheep poo. It doesn't bother me at all. Like a lot of the time you have to put your tent over it, you know, you've not got much choice if you're camping in the south of England anyway. That's because there's a lot of farms. Absolutely stunning day again. You can tell the light's changing a bit now though. It's getting not as golden as it was. We've gone past the month mark over a month ago now, since the winter solstice. I think the month before and after is the real, like, it's just perfect, the light then. It's going to gradually get brighter in the days now, but the light remains good for longer than the summer, way longer in the summer, even in spring and autumn. But the time of the summer though, you've got to get up so early for decent light, for the sunrise or sunset. It's crazy. Actually, I used to love the summer the most, but to be honest, you know, now I'm like doing videoing and obviously for photography. I'm doing more video now, photography, to be honest. Like this time of year is the best. It's just beautiful, man. Just goes to prove you don't have to go far afield for an adventure. You can have an adventure in your own county. Like, you know, even though I love Scotland and going other places in the world, it just takes so long to get there. But here, like, I've got, oh, this is amazing, it's so beautiful. I don't have to spend a lot of money to get here, and it takes such little time to get here as well. I don't need to go halfway around the world, but yeah, of course I still love doing that when I can afford to. Hopefully I can in the future. I'd love to do, there's quite a lot of places I'd like to go to, but there's a lot of places I'd like to go to in England or in Britain, but I feel very lucky. I mean, I absolutely can't complain. Life is great, man. Like, this is just stunning. This is today. I know there's a lot of people who don't have much money, like myself, and maybe like follow some of the lucky YouTubers who travel the world, which is fantastic. I love watching stuff like that. But man, just don't feel sorry for yourself. Just get out there and like I said, there's stuff on your doorstep. You don't need to go around the world. There's so much history, things to do, and things like this are free. Like, you know, you just go camping for free, and it's so refreshing. Like, it's just good to get out, get away. You know, it's like it's good for mental health, because I know there's a lot of people suffering from mental illness for whatever reason. This definitely helps with that. Exercise in general, but definitely while camping, just come out, man. Come out to places like this, and they do you the world of good. Absolutely stunning. We are so lucky in England and Britain.
well, in England. I'm not sure about Scotland with the rights of way, but they got it written in law that they can wild camp in certain areas where we've got the rights of way, freedom to roam and all that. You haven't got to worry about being shot if you go on someone's land. I think it should stay that way. I think it's the way it works here is brilliant. It's perfect. I don't personally think it's a good idea to put it in law that wild camping is allowed in England, because if you do, you're going to have what's happened in Scotland with Loch Lomond and places like that. People are going to over wild camp it, then they're going to get strict about it, then they can make it some kind of, like, I don't know if it's a criminal offence to camp there now, but they've got it like maybe like a private prosecution. I don't know how it works in Scotland, but you can get a big fine, I believe, if you get caught camping in the no camp zones there. Whereas that doesn't happen here. This is why I think that put it in law that you can wild camp in England is a bad idea, because it will encourage way too many people wild camping in certain areas, and it may be the end of wild camping in certain areas because of it. So I think it's perfect as it is, to be honest. Okay, back in Knighton. Knighton? Yeah, that's it. Knighton. Crossing the Darcy-Dalton Way long distance footpath again, and again you if you subscribe to a channel called Wiltshire Man, you can see he's done a video of doing the whole trail. I've actually done the whole trail myself years ago. Actually, I've done it twice. First time I just took photos, second time I've done a few videos here and there on my phone, but not really enough to make a YouTube video. But yeah, check out Wiltshire Man's videos for that. It's a really good long distance hike. As I said, it's not a national trail, but it's really worth doing if you're in the area. And I'd like to say thanks to Mark of Y Explorer, which is another really good channel where he explores around the River Wye mostly, but I don't think he just explores just around there, but mostly it is. There's some really beautiful areas along there actually. I've walked, well, I've done it off as a dyke, and I've been in sort of, I guess it's like the Brecon Beacons area. I've been in that sort of area. It's absolutely stunning, and the river itself is really stunning. Maybe one day I'll walk it. I was thinking about walking the River Severn at one point as well, but there's so many adventures I want to do. But yeah, Mark of Y Explorer, his channel's called Y Explorer. Like, it's a really friendly channel. He talks to everyone he meets along the way, whereas like normally when I meet people on my travels, I don't film them. Like maybe I should, because I know some people are funny about being filmed. I mean, I suppose I could just ask them, say, do you want to be on camera? But I don't know, I feel a bit funny about it still, like doing that, asking that. But maybe one day I'll start doing that, because I do actually meet just about every hike I go on. I meet quite a few people, so maybe I'll start doing that, asking if people want to be on video. But yeah, his channel is really good because he talks to all these random people on the way, some interesting people, and so it's not just exploring. It's he's got some good stories as well. So yeah, I really recommend that. So yeah, the Y Explorer. It's like on I believe the River Wye is the border. A lot of it's the border of Wales and England. I'm not sure, 100% sure if he hikes in the Welsh bit. I think there's a bit of both along the border. But either way, it's sort of a really nice area. So yeah, check that out, Y Explorer. So I'm guessing that since we're leaving the EU now, well, when this video goes up, we probably left the EU. we might get more American tourists. Maybe the visa restrictions with Britain and America will be relaxed, so it might encourage more American tourists over here. So if you are coming from America, this is worth a visit, because where I've just been is supposedly Europe's oldest road or route, or whatever you want to call it. It's supposed to be the oldest. They found axes, I believe, an axe along there that's 500,000 years old. I'm sure it's 500,000 or something like that. Yeah, 500,000 years. Could be wrong, but anyway, it's in the hundreds of thousands of years anyway. But in more recent times, you got all the monoliths, like at the end of or start of the Ridgeway, which is the name of the national trail up there. It's actually a national trail now as well. It's Avery Stone Circle, which is the biggest stone circle in Britain. It's got stone circles within stone circles as well. Possibly the biggest in the world. I'm not sure if it is, to be honest. But that's very interesting. I mean, if you're coming over here, that is well worth saying. As I've said before in yesterday's episode, well, no, another episode when I went to Avery. If you're in, if you're going to visit Oxford, these areas are really easy to visit for about £7 if you book the ticket through the app, and that £7 will buy you like a Wiltshire Explorer ticket. Well, actually, I think it covers this area. If not, you can get Oxfordshire Explorer ticket. It's a bit more money. It's like £8.20 or something, or £8 through the app, and it lasts 24 hours. So if you just want to visit in a day, you can come here, come back, or if you're feeling a bit more brave, you could camp out. There are official campsites around the area as well this summer you can stay at, and the ticket's 24 hours. So if you just sort of leave it late-ish, especially in summer, it doesn't get dark for ages, and then you can go back a little later the next day. It's well worth it if you're in Oxford. You can also get week tickets that last a week in the area. Same thing, just lasts a week, so you can travel all over. I'm not sure how much they are. Maybe under £30 for a week. I'm not sure. Might have gone up in price or a bit lower. Maybe I'll put that up on the screen for you. Yeah, but anybody visiting this country from wherever you are in the world, you'll find something for you everywhere. Like there's so much in Britain to see, even just close to Oxford, as I said. So if you visit in Oxford, it's quite cheap to get around if you use one of those tickets. Probably be better off getting the week ticket if you're in Oxford for a bit. There's lots to see around Oxford as well, but if you want to get out and see stuff in a more relaxed situation out of the city, like stuff like that, maybe not so many people know about abroad, it's well worth doing, man. It is beautiful. You'll definitely like it if you come out here. So yeah, I recommend that. Looks like it floods here quite a bit with that meter stick. Just going under the train route from Reading to Swindon. I'm actually farther away from the bus stop, and I thought should maybe get the bus for using the same ticket. Still, yeah, if you have to make connections, I wouldn't, but to get to Oxford, yeah, I'll make the connection for that. Make it to Oxford on the same ticket. Not sure if that's the Darcy Dalton Way again. Oh, it's along here somewhere. Thanks guys for watching. Please do consider subscribing if you like the content you've just seen. I have many more quality videos like this coming your way.